going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready? Trap 60, trap 60.
To the air, May. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On the ground, here's Garindo.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing here is May. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. Set.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
Here's Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too.
Here's May.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Let's stay 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Looking to throw. May. Hyatt there to grab it.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll throw with May. He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
Luke Musgrave,
His third touchdown now on the year.
and the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Easy.
The slot man in motion right.
Tonight.
Here's Fields.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here we go.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, Scott. EQ. Delta. All right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Bell sheds him off. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And running with power here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Well, they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
From the gun, it's May.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Second and 1. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Guerendo.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Isaac Guerendo
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Back to throw. Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Don't jump. Ready? Out, let's go. Hey, Ken. Sit high.
Now it's Fields.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go, sit high. Hey, never mind, Monday. Punch right. Sit high.
Now Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go, sit high. Alpha. Right.
They snap it to Fields.
Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
from the shotgun. It's May.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Shot 60. Shot 60. 70 range. 70 range. Track 60. 69 range. 69 range. 15. Pioneer.
Back to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Fields now to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
551. 551. Alpha, 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 alpha. Is that all right?
From the 50, here's Fields.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. In motion left, that's Thornton. Throwing here is May.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 70 yards.
And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Out of the gun, Fields. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
Here's Fields. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, going down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Again, Fields.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Here's May. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, May with it. Throw caught by Musgrave. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. May completes this one to Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Track 60. Go! 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Get up.
To the air, May. Completed to Hyatt.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. We're good. Right.
Fields. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over.
Okay, ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll throw with May.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
To throw, it's May.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they go play action with May.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here we go. Alpha, 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 alpha. Angel, angel, angel. Said hi.
Back to throw, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. And the lead is now an even 30. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go.
On play action, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the
Here we
other.
go, side. Right.
Now Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, side. Tonight.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tonight.
Fields now to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Patriots, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.